So good morning, my dear brothers. Welcome back to our biomedical ethics class. Yesterday we tried to understand the ethical issues connected with the recipient. We began there, and we also spoke about xenotransplantation. Xenotransplantation, how it is technically and scientifically possible of transplanting organ from animal being, that is pig, to human being. Also, there are various studies and research taken place in different years. Transplantation of heart, liver from animal being to human being, and the results also we saw yesterday. The results were not successful. In other words, there were some side effects of the recipient, one who received the organ from animal being, xenograft, and he had some kind of infections. There are also violation of animal rights. They also have life. Animals also do have their life. We need to respect and give them their importance. So we cannot keep on destroying the animal being. That is there in our nature. So, and we completed saying that it is not technically possible, though you may take organs from chimpanzee or baboon. They had taken and they had made a trial, but it was not full successful. Okay, it was not full successful. The problem was our immune system, which is in our body, doesn't accept or doesn't adjust with the animal tissues or animal cells that we transplant into our human body. Also, we began with Christianity and organ donation, importance of organ donation in the church. How does the church look at organ donation? What is the view of the church? It is for, against. That is what we are speaking yesterday. Good. Every organ transplant has its source in decision of great ethical value. The decision to offer without rewards a part of one's own body for the health and well-being of another person. Here precisely lies the nobility of gesture, as a gesture which is a genuine act of love. Yesterday also we spoke the term genuine act of love. When a donor is interested in donating his part of his organs, he doesn't do it merely for gaining some money, gaining some support in the family, gaining some not exactly. The Christian view would be it is a genuine act. It is a genuine act as a concern and love for his neighbor. That is what we read the biblical words. Love your God and love your neighbor. Love your God, also love your neighbor. So, there is a need to instill in people's heart a genuine and deep love that can find expression in the decision to become an organ donor. That is what said John Paul II in his address to the participants in a congress on organ transplants in the year 1991, 20th of June. People, as I said, scientists, doctors, people who were working in the hospital, they all gathered in a great congress, in the assembly. They had a personal interaction with Pope John Paul II in the year 1991. There came the issues, the difficulty that they faced in the hospital. And when they had interaction with John Paul II, John Paul II held the principles and values of the Catholic Church. In another address to 18th International Congress of the Transplantation Society in Rome on August 29th, 2000, Pope John Paul II said that transplants are a great step forward in science service of man. not a few people today owe their lives to an organ transplant. Increasingly, the technique of transplants has proven to be a valid means of attaining the primary goal of medicine and the service of human life. We all know that the church is never against any science, any developments. Similarly, the church, in the view of John Paul II during his period, he never stood against any organ transplantation, or in other words, he was in favor, in view of the church, that every human being is to be respected, and while promoting the organ transplantation, no human value or dignity be diminished. Okay, this was his great idea that is the church has. So he continued even in his the chair of Peter. He never went against any development, any improvement of the science and technology in his time. That is why in the encyclical letter Evangelium Vitae, he says, I suggested that one way of nurturing a genuine culture of life is the donation of organs. When you go through the encyclical Evangelium Vitae, you will understand the importance of the organ donation, how personally, how clearly John Paul II has reflected over, and he has meditated, and he has written. The words are very important, very precise, meticulously. He has written each word with regard to organ donation. That is why he says, that is why I suggest that one way of nurturing a genuine culture of life is the donation of organs, performed in an ethically acceptable manner, not whatever way you want. No, he says organ donation is good, ethically valid, ethically reasonable, licit, but then you can't do it whatever way you wish. No, there are certain criteria, certain principles that we have to follow during our organ transplantation. It has to be performed in an ethically acceptable manner with a view to offering a chance of health, even of life itself, to the sick who sometimes have no other hope. Pope John Paul II vigorously affirmed that the beautiful act expressing the culture of life, that is a donation of organs performed in an ethically acceptable manner with a view to offering a chance of health and even of life itself to the sick who sometimes have no other means of hope, means of survival. In these situations, in this circumstance, you are supposed, as a Christian, as an act of charity, as an act of love, you are free to donate whatever you can. It could be a blood, it could be a part of your organ, it could be a part of your tissue, it could be a part of your skin, anything. When the person is in need, and if you are moved with compassion and kindness for that patient, for that person, though sometimes it may be known to you, familiar, it could be your own family people, but sometimes the recipient also is unknown person. We don't know to whom we are giving. But however, as we said in our earlier classes, there are bishops and a good number of Catholic priests, we saw, who donated their organs to a Hindu, to a Hindu man, a bishop in Kerala, from the Diocese of Palai. We learned that, even it was not enough that he necessarily be a Catholic, necessarily be his own diocesan. No matter, because he is a human being. I respect as human being, no matter which caste, which creed, which race, which sex, male, female, no matter. All that important for that bishop was just to donate one of his organs so that other person may have life, or other person may have a prolonged life. He may not die immediately. That was a concern and love that bishop had for another person, without giving importance to whether he is a Catholic or Muslim. No. Whatever he saw was, he saw him as a human person. He saw him as a human person. I remember still a Hindu man to whom he gave his name was Sudhakaran. His name was Sudhakaran. So that is why when what you call a Pope and all the encyclicals, the church would say, it is an act of pure love. We the Christians are asked to perform, asked to give, asked to donate, as an act of pure, genuine love, without expecting nothing in return, neither seeing whether he is my relative, or he is my caste, he is my village, he is my parish, or he is my diocesan, no. Or he is my congregation, no. So a free act given to anybody, no, without any reservation. Okay, that is what he would try to say here. Again, Pope John Paul II vigorously affirmed that. I think we have seen that, no? We have seen that. Next, the CCC, which is Catechism of the Catholic Church, would say that transplant of organs is morally acceptable. Okay, it is morally acceptable within the Church, with the consent of the donor and without excessive risk to him or her. When he donates a particular organ or particular tissue, we make sure by donating his health condition or his life doesn't be a question mark the next day. I donate today, tomorrow I die. No, that should not be the main aim of organ donation. While donating organ, I should make sure I also should live a few more years at least. At least few more years, not immediately. Not immediately. Sure, there will be some health issues, health conditions. All these things are taken into consideration before donating any organ. That is what the CCC would say. It is morally acceptable with the consent of the donor and without excessive risk. There should not be any excessive risk while donating the organs to him or to her, whoever be. Before allowing the noble act of organ donation after death, one must verify that the donor is truly dead. As we also said about the brain death. About the brain dead heart people. We have to make sure the people are died. Then you go for organ removal. So without their death, you can't compel them. No, you die soon, so that I can take your organs. We can't compel the person or compel the family. Please ask him to die soon, so that I can take the organs that I want. No, that we cannot do it. No, that we cannot do it. It is against our Catholic. Again, God is the author of life, and life is God's gift to us. You agree with me? God is the author of all our life, and it is a gift that we have received freely. We cannot say, I am born of such my parents. I have my right to commit suicide. I have my right to do whatever I want. To do whatever I want. I have my right to harm my neighbor or harm my sister, my brother, who is my own family member. No, we cannot say. The church says you yourself cannot harm yourself. You yourself cannot harm or bring an end to your life. Then how could you bring an end to someone's life? You are not author. When you are not author of your own life, because God is our sole author. God is our sole author and master. So when He is our author, I myself cannot take away my life. So in this situation, in this condition, how could I take the life of another? That is what you call a question that is giving the church. So we need to protect, preserve and promote the gift of human life. We need to protect, preserve and promote. Three things are very important in our in our human life. In organ transplantation, God's work becomes manifest through those who donate their organs. Again, it says that God is working. God is working in you, in me, in us, so that we may come out one day, to donate our organs to someone. Here comes the God. The God is working in us. He is inspiring us through His words, through the actions that we have been seeing from the very beginning of His life, through the gospel values, through preaching, even through our own activities that we perform in line with the church, in line with our charitable acts, etc. St. John Paul II gave his support for organ donation, calling it as a genuine act of love, a way of nurturing a genuine culture of life. Pope Pius XII declared that based on the principle of brotherly love, fraternal charity both living and cadaver donations are acceptable to the Catholic Church. Now, the question is, do you wish to pledge your organs? Do you promise? No? Do you promise to donate your organs? Ravi, what do you say?
Yes.
Do you wish
Yes.
to make a promise that after my death, let my organs be used for someone? Ravi, do you come forward? Are you willing to donate your organs? Yes, very good. What about Praveen? Alphonse? So Alphonse says he is ready to donate his organs only after your death. No, only after your death. No, not before. Or before you want to give? You want to donate something while you are alive? No. Good. So I appreciate your willingness, your desire to help someone. It is always, as Christians, we should always imitate our great master Jesus, who himself gave to us by hanging on the cross. By hanging on the cross, we have our great master. Pope Pius XII would say, I am confident that social, political, and educational leaders will renew their commitment to fostering a genuine culture of generosity and solidarity. There is a need to instill in people's hearts, especially the young, you are all young people, young seminarians, in people's hearts, especially the young, a genuine and deep appreciation of the need for brotherly love. A love that can find expression in the decision to become an organ donor. It's the beautiful words of Pope Pius XII. He's inspiring all the youngsters, not only the aged and the what you call the middle-aged people, but also you, the youngsters. Have this inspiration, have his words, keep in your mind, keep in your heart, nurture it. Maybe in the future, not immediately. In the future, you can come as a free donor. After my death, let my eye or let my body be used for someone's life. Let someone live. Someone live. Let him have or let her have another one more year. In their life. That should be the attitude of our Christianity. After imitating, after reading the gospel, after following him, we should come out willingly and freely. According to CCC, organ transplants are in conformity with the moral law. The physical and psychological dangers and risk to the donor are proportionate to the good that is sought for the recipient. Okay, the CCC, Catechism of the Catholic Church, says the organ transplants are in conformity with the moral law. They are in line. They accept with the moral law, provided the physical and psychological dangers are avoided. Okay, the physical and psychological dangers are avoided and taken care, both the donor as well the recipient. Okay, in that case, both are proportionate, both are balanced. In that case, surely you can donate, and the person who want to receive, you can freely receive without any risk, without any psychological or physical disorders. Okay, this is what the in nutshell the opinion of the Church with regard to organ donation and transplantation. Okay. Now we shall move to the next topic, that is promotion of organ donation and transplantation. How we have to promote today this act of donating and transplanting. The virtue of charity is an important element in promoting organ donation. This kind of values education can be imparted both by the religious and by the secular agencies. Not only it is applied only to with the Catholics, with the priests, or with the brothers and sisters. No, it is applied to the whole world, to all the Catholics, even non-Catholics. When there are a good number of people, even non-Catholics, they come forward, they simply give. I have seen many cases in Tamil Nadu when their only son is met with an accident. Their Hindu families, Muslims, met with an accident. The parents, they come willingly and they make a donation. Let my son's heart be lived in someone's life, in someone's body. I said one movie, after the mother's death of the actor, her eyes are donated to a girl. So the actor, whenever he sees a girl, he says, I see in you my mother, not you as a girl. I see in you my mother. So I give you my respect, not just because of eyes alone, but I see my mother in you. No, that deserves that demands from me to give you more respect, even to take care of you as a brother. No, as a brother is what it's a wonderful movie. There are many moral stories and issues connected with many of our Indian and other movies. And interhuman relationships lies at the heart of organ donation and transplantation, which establishes a relation between the donor and the recipient. It is not I-it. No, it is not I-it relationship, but it is I-thou. I think you have studied in philosophy also, no? So difference in philosophical terms, no? I-it and I-thou. When you say I-it, I see him as a mere object, mere material, not as a living being. I don't give him the respect because I see him as a material, as a thing. That is I-it. See my relationship with my companion. I don't consider him as a human being. I put him merely equal to any of the non-living being, any of the non-living material or anything. I minimize him. That should not be in what you call when you are donating the organ or receiving organ. It should be I, thou. You see other person as a thou, also another human being. The dignity, respect that you have for you also demands has your friend to whom you are going to give. He also deserves the same respect, the amount of dignity that you have. That never can bring it down. This means the donor is moved by the face of the other recipient who is in critical and helpless stage. I am moved. My heart is moved with compassion. To see the recipient, one who is in most need of. I don't see you as a thing. I don't see you as a material or non-living being. No, I see you as human being. Just as I am created in the image and likeness of God, you also are created in the image and likeness of God. So that comes the relationship between I, thou. There is a French philosopher named Merleau-Ponty. He writes that there is an essential relationship between the body and consciousness in such a way that the body is never, even throughout the transplant surgery, just a body, but rather a perceiving entity, that is to say, animate. Our human body is not just a mere organ, mere skin. It has got the soul and it gives life. It gives life. It animates another living being. You can't simply minimize, saying what you call is only a mere body, and once it dies, it gets destroys and it goes away. No, we can't delimit our human body. It is a living being. That which animates. When you donate an organ, it which animates, which gives life to another human being. That is what this French philosopher would say. Again, he says every body receives its specificity and becomes animate through the perception of another. It is a wonderful thing. When you donate, we are what you call we are donating our organs. The life another life begins in another person. We are animating, the other person, so that the other person also would live longer. Organ donation also highlights the value of solidarity in society, especially in the field of medicine and science. Organ donation points to a social dimension where the donors and recipients are part of the society. You and I live in this world, in this society, in the district of West Godavari, in the town of Eluru, in a small area called Janampet. We are all part of this society that we cannot deny. We are living in this society. The social aspect is also one of the elements that assist in making decisions in organ donation and transplantation. The value of solidarity encourages the donors, the recipients, and others who participate in transplantation to make responsible decision. Again, it comes the topic of solidarity. How far is your concern to your friend, your neighbor, your people, who live with you. How do you extend your hand, the solidarity, showing, being one with, the other people, when they fall into sickness, when they are down with some sickness, how do we help? How do we move with our heart, in a compassionate way? We also argue that from a moral point of view, the commercialization of organs does not promote organ donation and transplantation. That is very true. And from the beginning we are saying that any organ transplantation can take place. It's an act of genuine, act of love, etc. But never make it an act of commercial and business, money making. That should not be there. Selling organs or parts of the body for money reduces the value of person. Imagine I give myself my organ. If I money, then you look at me as a man of money. What he wants is money. I get the money paid. Then you may come approach me. And your talks will be fully based on money oriented on contract. If you give me how much, if you give your organ, how much money you will expect, how much you want. So the relation between the one who receives, one who asks, and one who gives will be fully of the talks will be based on the contract, and it's not what you call a free and loving as a person to person. That dignity, that's will not come. It's fully of you give your organ, I paid you money. That's all. I don't know who you are now. I don't know. I have nothing to do with you. After donating, you got back your money. What you want? That was a contract agreement. Now I have nothing to do with you. Even if you look at him another day somewhere in the market, you say hi and go. You never come and have that genuine talk, and that free talk will not be there. Whereas if I donate my organs out of my selfless love, selfless concern for my companion, so whenever you see me, you feel this is the man who gave me life. Because of him, I am living today. Come, let us have a coffee, let us have a talk. Please come visit my family. These are my children, my parents. You'll be glad to take me, introduce your family, and you'll be very proud. Some people, even they make frame, photo and put it over. Because of this man, I'm still living. Imagine if this is the case of, if it were the case of money, I receive money, the operation is over, he will never come to me even say hi, even in the public place, See, that was the contract. You gave your organ, in return I gave you the money. Now, I don't have to even greet you, I don't have to even mind you. This is the relationship between the farmer and the later. There are so much difference. When it out of love, out of compassion it is done, you are remembered. You are remembered forever in their family, in his in his life, till the end of his life he will be remembering you. But whereas if it is money, the next day you will forget. The next day you'll forget. It's over. My business is over. I paid him back whatever he wants. I don't know how to be, whether he is sick or he is well, not well. That is not my concern. I have paid him sufficient, more than what he asked. I have paid extra 1 rupee. He asked 1,000 rupees. I have paid 1,001 rupee, 1 rupee extra. I don't have to bother about whether he's living or he's died. I don't have to bother. If it is other case, sure there'll be very often there'll be meeting, very often there'll be coming and talking each other and building up a fraternal friendship and a brotherhood. That is the difference. There should be no material profit in charitable and altruistic organ donation. There are also many donation centers and what you call orphanages, where they come and seek donors. They come and seek. In those situations, in those places, when you run a charitable institution, there also you can't make thing of making money. Business is you should be very careful. It should be done freely. In the present situation, where we are facing a crisis of organ shortage, helping patients who are in a critical stage really shows the social character of man. Here comes the importance. When someone is in need, and you are there as a voluntary, man, of your willingness, your own risk, you are coming and donating. That shows how much you are loving your brotherhood, how much care that you have for him. Okay.